Hello everyone, this video is about array implementation of the stack. A stack is a linear data structure with the instruction that inserts and deletes can be performed only at one end. This end of the stack is called as top of the stack. Since the last element added to the stack would be the first element to be deleted, the stack is also called as LIFO, last in first out structure. Stacks can be best explained by considering an example of stack of dishes where the most recently added dish can be removed first and the first dish can be removed at the end. If we talk about the general operations onto the stack, there are three basic operations: push and pop operation. This is just a general representation of a stack. The stack would be represented like this, where push is simply an input operation to insert an element into the stack, and pop is an output operation to delete an element from the stack. So pushes, they are basically input operations. Pop and peep are the output operations. Now this stack can be implemented using linked list, or this can be implemented using arrays also. So if you try to implement the stack using arrays, our stack would look like this. So let's consider the size of an array as 5 right now, where this is the stack having the size 5 and containing 4 elements inside it. So 1 is the first element which is added into the stack. The next element added is 2, then 3 and then 4. So 4 is the recently added element into the stack, and hence the top pointer, which always point to the topmost element of the stack, is pointing onto 4. Let's try to understand push, pop and peek operations in detail. So if we talk about push operation, let's consider a stack having 4 elements inside it, A, B, C and D, out of which D is the recently added element into the stack, hence our top is pointing at D. Now, if we want to perform push operation, that is adding an element into the stack, you can simply use push E, or you have to just ask an user to enter the element to be added into the stack. If that element is E, that would be added at this side, because this is the end from where the stack would insert an element. Here we need to just do a one thing, that is incrementing the top, so that our top will point to the topmost element. So this would be the final stack that it would look like. E would be added at to the top and your top would be pointing at E. If we talk about pop operation, it's an output operation where an element at the topmost position is to be deleted. So if this is the stack now, and if we call our pop operation, the topmost element is E, so E has to be deleted and obviously top has to be decremented by 1. Let's understand these algorithms of push and pop operations in detail. So this is an algorithm for push operation. So whenever we try to insert or add an element into the stack, the very first condition that we need to consider is an overflow condition, since we are implementing the stack using arrays. Arrays is one of the data structure which have a fixed size. So if we consider a fixed size, there will be obviously a bound of the elements which we try to insert. You cannot insert element beyond that. So if this is the case, and if the size of an array provided over here is 10, so you can consider an array of 10 elements. So your indices will always start from 0 to 9. Now if your top is pointing at here and you try to insert an element into this particular array, you cannot. That is why we talk about overflow condition. So if we take a maximum size, this particular location is always denoted by maximum size minus 1. So the condition to check overflow is if top is equal to max minus 1, then it's overflow condition. You cannot insert an element into the stack. And if this is not the case, you're simply going to increment your top, and the value which has to be pushed or inserted would be inserted at the topmost position of the stack. Next operation is pop operation. So when you talk about pop operation, you're talking about deleting an element from the stack. So to delete an element from the stack, we have to always check whether the stack contains at least one element in it. If it is not the case, in that case it's an underflow condition, so that can be checked with the condition top is equal to null. So if your top is pointing somewhere here -1, it indicates it's an underflow condition and you cannot remove or delete an element from the stack. And if it is not the case, you're simply taking a variable called anything. Let's say I have taken here val, and you can assign a topmost element which has to be removed just to display it. We're taking it inside a variable val so that we can display it. And the next thing that we need to do is decrement the top by one position so that it will point to the topmost element now. Then peek operation. Peek is just to display the topmost element. Obviously we need an element into it, then and only then we can display an element. So if your top is equal to null, that is an underflow condition. You cannot simply print your topmost element. So you are checking underflow condition over here. And if it is not the case, you will be returning the topmost element of the stack. So I have already pasted my program over here. Let's try to understand this code line by line. So I've taken the maximum size as 5 right now. You can take as you wish. So I've taken an array called as stack with the maximum size as 5, and top I have taken as a global variable which has to be obviously initialized to -1, because initially we'll always perform certain push operations where we'll be incrementing our top first and then we'll be inserting value. So initially we are assigning -1 or null value to the top. I've declared 4 functions over here: push, pop, peek and display. This function is just to display the elements of the stack. Here I have simply taken a switch case type of menu so that we can display it in a better way. So my case 1 is for push, case 2 is for pop, 3 is for peek, 4 is for display, 5 is to exit. So let's see this push operation now. Obviously push operation is an input operation. So we'll ask the user to enter a number. So that is why I have taken a variable num over here. I'll be checking an overflow condition as we have seen. So I have taken max size as a variable over here. So if top is equal to max size -1, overflow condition has to be printed. And if it is not the case, as we have studied now, we have to increment the top, ask the user to enter the data and place it onto the top of the stack. Then we have pop operation. I have to check for underflow condition over here. So if my top is equal to -1, it's underflow, and if it is not the case, I've taken a variable item where I'm just taking a topmost element so that I can display it afterwards, and I'm just decrementing top minus minus. Okay, then peek operation, again I am checking for underflow condition so that if there is at least one element, then only I can perform peek operation, otherwise I cannot. So I am checking for underflow condition over here, and if it is not a case, I just want to display the topmost element, so I am taking it into a variable and I am displaying it. If you don't want to take a variable, you can simply display it by taking stack up top over here. And this is a display function. So here I have simply taken a variable I. Okay, for displaying, again I am checking underflow condition because it should have at least one element to be displayed, and if it is not the case, it has elements, in that case I am starting from top, okay, and going downwards as a stack, as a LIFO structure we have to follow, and I am displaying it. Let's try to run this program. So you can take any online compiler for this.